Welcome back to the Jack and Glenn channel. I'm Jackie.
I'm a husband, Glenn.
He's my husband, Glenn. And before you get started, this is a review show. So if you're looking for the real show, pick a different link.
But also, if you're here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of our reviews of Married at First Sight Couples Cam, which we found out tonight watching Couple Cam, that Married at First Sight New Orleans will start July the 15th.
Excited about that.
Excited about that one. So, let's get started with tonight's review of Couple Cam. Man, we start off with Jephty and Sharnice, where Jephty's trying to do Miss Lauren's hair, and Baby Laura's hair, excuse me. And I, as a father, been there. I've done my daughter's hair a couple of times, put it in a ponytail, snatched it up.
Exactly 2 times.
Threw some blue magic on there with a brush and hit some grease up on there, and
no blue magic.
It was grease. It may not have been blue magic, but it was grease.
It wasn't blue magic.
It was grease. It was grease. She looked. I wish I had pictures, but she looked okay. She looked fine. Just enough to go to daycare, but it was good. Yeah, right. I did my fatherly duty. But now we saw Jephty and Miss Laura, and you know, he's doing what fathers do, and that is fill in when they can. Fill in when they can. But also with them, you know, Sharnice was having some issues in this episode with Miss Laura because she's at their age now where she's trying to figure out the world. She's doing her own thing. She's exploring. She may say no and really mean yes. She may ignore you and act like she don't hear you. And she was struggling with that. She was having some issues that she, you know, as Jephty was filming her, her biggest fear was that she did not want to. She don't understand why her daughter doesn't listen.
Little kids never listen, hardly. They're exerting their independence. But I feel you, Sharnice. I do. Because you do feel like you'll feel like that again when they get older too. Like, are they not listening to me? Am I wasting my breath? But as a child, a toddler, a little one, I try not to let it bother me too much because they're exploring the world, you know. So she had to come to grips with that, and her mom encouraged her to again and said the same thing. Y'all were the same way.
Yeah,
she'll get over it. It's okay. You're a mom. She's listening, or she's not listening, and she'll learn. You know, she had to tell Sharnice so. So
sometimes you got to redirect them to listen, and you help them out, whatever your redirection is. And, you know, but mom was like, you know, when y'all did that, I would just go in the closet with I'll go in my walk-in closet with a glass of wine and sit back and relax and woosah, you know, so and have a conversation. But you know, that was the biggest thing with them on this episode, was that they were trying to get to Baby Laura, and Sharnice was dealing with the fact that Baby Laura was not listening, and you know, and that she getting frustrated by all her family being around the whole time during a quarantine. And you know, some people can, and I don't know how you guys' family and makeup is, but being around family at this point, I think they're on 50 days at the show. Being around your family 50 days, being in quarantine, being around the same people and the same family, not going out as much, it can weigh on you just a little bit. So.
And it's a little bit different than just having your immediate family. Like we're talking about not just Sharnice, Jephty, and Baby Laura. We talk about the sister, stepdaddy, mama, and one other person. So that's a little bit different. Even though they're on different floors, they're still in the house together. So that's a lot of people to be getting cabin fever.
Getting cabin fever. So let's move on to the next couple, the fun couple of the night. That's AJ and Stephanie. I told you from the.
Are they the fun couple?
Since AJ is way better. Since doing a review of Couple Cam, AJ is way better than what he has been in the past. And I keep saying that every episode we do a review. I like the fact that AJ is now playing to the camera. He has nothing else to do, so he has to play with the camera. That keeps him busy throughout the day.
Right.
Stephanie's playing along with him. We see AJ telling her that they're getting ready to go on vacation. They've been on a lot of vacations since they've been married. When he started running down the list, I'm like, God, dog, dude.
Yeah, y'all been their whole first year vacationing. Yeah. But I think that's what they talked about on the show too. That they like to travel.
They like to travel,
So they're in a place right now. Like, we stuck in the house. We can't go anywhere. So yeah, like AJ said, we're going on a trip.
And he packed her
bags. He packed her bag.
One suitcase.
But
18 baby suits.
He packed her bag, and so AJ says, you know, Stephanie, come on, we're going on vacation. You need a vacation. She was like, what? But we can't fly.
He said, don't worry about it. We're going. Where we go, we driving. We can travel.
He said we have a private jet, a private flight.
And she like, yeah, basically saying, I know you ain't paying for that.
Like, yeah, okay, let me see how you gonna do this.
And so they walk out the door, walk back to the door, and when we see them again, AJ is sitting in a pool with a palm tree and a drink.
And snorkel.
And he's snorkeling, you know. And Stephanie was very appreciative. And he told her to go get her bathing suit to hop in, and they can have their COVID-cation.
She was like, "You want me to what?" He's like, "Put your bathing suit on. Pick one up. You can have one. You can change one almost every hour." He didn't say that, but yeah.
So it was fun to see them two interact, and you know, AJ is really he's coming up. He's, in my opinion, he's starting to break down the walls of what he was in season 8 of being, you know, as some people say, a prick, and they didn't like him. So
he's gotten better.
Very sarcastic.
Yeah, he's gotten better. I'll admit that. I didn't really care for AJ too much. He's gotten better. I think, I don't know, maybe it really was the cameras and production.
But again, like people say all the time, and shout out, sometimes it's the way that they produce and edit the show.
That too.
They made him see or produce the show as if he was that type of guy.
Right.
You know, so you never know. I don't know the guy. I'd like to meet him when they have a conversation, but it's one of those things. So let's move on. Let's move on to the other couple, that very athletic couple. That couple that shows that everybody that they got great skills, they work out. That is Jamie and Beth. The very athletic duo. We see Jamie and Beth. Jamie and Beth had moved to a new apartment.
Yeah, Jamie
finally convinced them. It wasn't a house, but it's they moved up like George and Weezy and the Jeffersons. They moved up to a 2-bedroom apartment now in Silicon Valley. Look, if you never lived in California, Silicon Valley, that is a very pricey apartment. Mm-hmm. So they moved on up there, and she has a bigger office. Well, they have a bigger room. They have an extra room now. Mm-hmm. And so the discussion came out, what are we going to do with this room? Beth wanted to turn the room, Jamie wanted to turn the room into an office. Beth wanted the room to be a guest room for when they have guests. Now, mind you, you're in the midst of a pandemic. Who's going to come and visit you?
I don't think that was her point. The point was Jamie already has an office. They have a space that is an office.
But it's the living room.
But no.
It was the living room. He said, everybody traffic, I don't have... Is your office in the living room?
No, but it is in a high traffic area.
Oh, okay.
Dost thou disagree?
No, our office is because we make it a high traffic area because the kids like coming in here.
There's a TV in here. So,
yeah.
I mean, of course they're going to come in. But that's neither here nor there. So, yes, Jamie wants it to be an office, and Elizabeth wants it to be a bedroom, which I can understand. Nobody's visiting now, but they will be. They don't know how long they're going to be in quarantine, self-isolation. And, you know, little do they know, you know, we going into phases where people can start coming over to your house and stuff, and somebody might can come. I even read a thing where they have like personal bubbles. I don't know if you read about that, but you have a bubble. This is a sphere of people that I only interact with, and they can. Now they were talking about it for something else. You look it up when you get a chance. They have these personal bubbles, basically, so singles can get with their people. But anyway, so she might be having people come to the house. But anyway, to settle the dispute, they had a race. They had a race, and they filmed the race, and they was preparing for a marathon anyway. And so they turned this into a fun, loving thing. The winner of the race gets to decide what they would do with the room. So Beth stretched, and she was at 5'9", which when she said 5'9", I'm like, man, she's tall. I'm not going to say how tall I am. We're about the same height. But she's a tall young lady. And so she stretched, and he gave her measurements and all that, and said that she runs the 40 and 4.4. Now, she doesn't run 40 and 4.4, but I digress on that. And so then Jamie did his stretching, and so Beth took off. And Beth took off and ran her portion of the short distance, their short sprint, and they had a good time with it. Made me think I was watching a $6 Million Man and a Bionic Woman again. Listen, so the way they videoed it, it made it like they were going to take off running, and when they panned out, I was like, they actually moving kind of slow. Well, Beth ran hers about 5'2". Jamie ran his in 4 something, so he won, and he was able to pick the room to be his office instead of the bedroom. And they didn't fuss about it. I had to take my hat off, y'all. They didn't have an argument about it. No, they settled it fair and square. Because he listened to her idea. Because he listened to her idea. About having a race and a winner. And, you know, so
It was good, but they were having fun, and I understand Jamie wanted the office to be away from different things, so it was good to see them have an episode where they didn't argue about something.
Yes,
so it was
very good.
A very good episode for them. Let's move to Kristine and Keith.
Kristine and Keith, yes.
So Keith had a new position. He's been moved to a new part into the hospital where he has now will have to work with COVID patients. And he's been working a lot of hours. Spending a lot of time working. Kristine has been remodeling the house from we know from previous episodes.
Yeah.
So
they're both remodeling.
They're both remodeling the house. But now since Keith has a new job, he has less time to work with her and help her. So she's solicited help with her dad, and she's been doing things. And Keith really the cat. And Keith really wanted to help lay down the floor. And that's something he wanted to do. He wanted to create his own pattern and his own design and wanted to do that. So when he comes home, Kristine and her dad has already done it. And then she asked if Kristine could help, or if Keith could help. And, Keith was tired. He didn't want it. I understand. You're tired and you don't want to do it. And now she wants you to do it. Well, either way, they got into an argument. And we saw Kristine crying.
Yeah, I mean, Keith came in and said, "Oh, it looks like y'all done a lot of damage in here, like getting it done." He really wanted to be a part, but yeah, she just felt not understood. I know you want to be a part, but I'm trying to keep myself busy. I'm trying to do something because she can't work regularly. And I think the other part is that she wanted to help him out and get some things done where he didn't have, because she knew he'd been tired and working hard. But yeah, they got into a argument, which of course, we don't see any video or anything. Unlike Elizabeth and Jamie, who like to record their arguments. They like to record their Kristine and Keith didn't. And it broke my heart because I loved them as a couple. But it just goes to show you that even couples that have the best demeanor, the best interaction with each other, sometimes you will get into disagreements. You get your feelings hurt or whatever. This is real life. It's couple camp quarantine. So guess what? I'm not ashamed to say it. Kristine said we got into it and it hurt my feelings.
Her feelings. She said she really wasn't sad. It was just tears of being mad because she didn't know how to maneuver. She wants to keep busy. Real estate, part of real estate is showing houses. Yeah, you can show houses online, but can't nobody really. I'm not buying a house online if I haven't walked in and saw the surroundings, saw the whole neighborhood, moving in and out of the houses, see what the dimensions of the rooms are. And so it's kind of hard for real estate agents at this time, which she is. And and they had the misunderstanding. They had a little argument, and we'll see in the previews that Keith is trying to. The next episode, he's gonna do something to try to make up to Kristine about the argument, about him being tired, and and she asked him to help, and he didn't really at the time. He didn't really feel like it because he was tired. But sometimes we as men, be honest, talk to the guy. We do things just because we don't hear the other person's mouth, or we don't want to hear anything that's going on, but you're really tired, and it's just about seeing each other's perspective and views, and they had a conversation about it. So, it was sad for Kristine and Keith. Didn't want to see her cry.
No, because she's a strong woman. So I know she was upset.
Yeah, she was.
When she cried. But we're gonna see them on the up and up. They're not gonna stay down for long.
Nah, not gonna
Can't keep a good man down.
Can't keep him down. But what you can do is keep a guy like Anthony hiding around the house.
Now you called AJ and Stephanie the fun couple for this episode. Ashley. I beg to differ. I say Anthony and Ashley. That was hilarious.
The trimming.
Hilarious.
The trimming, Ashley wanted to cut Anthony or trim Anthony's hair.
Yeah, she got a post. She told Anthony, "I want to cut your hair," and he's like, "No, I don't want you to cut my hair." And then he got a box in the middle. Oh, what's in the box? He opens it and he dashes. Back. Because it's scissors.
And so they did a whole parody of The Shining.
Oh my gosh.
With him trying to do this, Ashley trying to cut Anthony's hair. And I thought it was well done. They did a great job. The black and white photos. It was going into the bathroom, him hiding in the tub.
She said, "You don't even take baths."
He's like, "You don't even cut hair." So it was fun for them to play around the house. And you can see the interaction that they're having and trying to keep up with the quarantine, trying to keep up with being quarantined, and the fun that they're having, which is good because they videotaped themselves. Because we know Ashley in the last episode, she's had a hard time with not being able to open a restaurant and family things and money, and then Anthony's his hours have been cut, or his events have been cut. Sorry, his events have been cut. So they was going through some things, but it was good to see them have fun in this episode with The Shining. If you haven't watched it, go back and check it out. It is good. You can always watch it on the Lifetime app.
Oh, it's so cute.
So it was cute to see them do that. So I thought that was a thumbs up.
But I like the way they put it in too, because at first you didn't really know that it was like a fish. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, oh, we did this for y'all. This is our video for this week. And it was like, oh, okay. At the end, he's like, I hope you enjoyed our little movie or whatever. It was so cute.
It was cute.
So cute.
I like those two. They're a fun couple.
They are.
They're a fun couple. Then we move on to another fun couple. Deonna and Greg. They're definitely a fun couple. You know, Deonna's still having a little bit of baby fever.
She is.
Still having a baby fever. And so this episode, we see them going out and walking Sandy.
Which Greg says she hasn't been doing since he's been around. And she was like, the lies.
Like he hasn't been doing that. He's been walking in. You know, they were talking about how they ordered out and eat out all the time. And since the quarantine was going on, like most of you have been doing, DoorDash has gotten a lot of your money. And Domino's and Pizza Hut and wherever else that you order, Grubhub has gotten a lot of your money. But that nonetheless, they decided to stay at home and cook. After they took a walk around the neighborhood.
Yes.
After they took a walk around the neighborhood, and Greg said, you know, he's getting ready to cook. He's getting ready to throw down in the kitchen. He's getting ready to, but he had been slacking on that. So which leads us to believe that Greg does a lot of cook around the house. Fellas, if you're watching this and you do a lot of cooking around the house, give me a big thumbs up. Or leave a comment in the comment section. If you did a lot of cooking around the house. Yeah. I'll give you a thumbs up.
but Greg did a good job on the food.
Yeah, he did a good job.
On the food.
Tenderloins, made his own loaded sauce, and Deonna did a good job on the drink.
Yeah, she said she wanted to perfect her cocktail making.
And so she was shaking. And so the food was good, the drink was good, and those two had an enjoyable dinner, and it was fun to see them interact in the kitchen. Maybe some baby making things went on later, but we didn't get all that.
Maybe I think Greg probably was like, "Now look, don't get excited.
Don't get excited.
Don't get excited.
Don't get too excited." But that
they're gonna have to. So I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Nah, they're gonna have to get something. Something's gonna happen, in my opinion, between Deonna and Greg within the next year or two.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. They're gonna have to get on the same page when it comes to this baby fever thing. Yeah. So either somebody gonna give in or somebody gonna give up, or life can just happen.
Life could just happen.
And while they talking about it, they gonna mess around and already be about it.
And always be about it. And then talking about being about it, Jessica was about it along with what's the boy's name?
Bobby. No, Jessica.
Yeah, in Austin.
Oh yeah, Jessica and Austin.
They was about it.
With the dog.
They was about it by training the dog. The dog was running around.
When you said about it, I'm thinking Bobby and Danielle because they was about it.
No, we about to get them being about it in a minute because you got to put the baby stuff together because all the baby stuff is at the back of the episode.
No, but then Jessica and Austin don't fit.
Jessica and Austin got to be thrown in there. We can throw them in anyway. Talking about having a new addition to the family.
Yeah.
They had a new addition to their family, which was their dog, and we've seen that in the previous episode. But now the dog is running wild.
Oh my gosh.
In and out of the house, they can try to get the bath, peeing, pooping everywhere. And I've had a dog in the house, but I know that it's hard living in an apartment, but you got to train that dog. I'm tired. I got tired of picking up dog poop. Mm-hmm. And so Austin took it upon himself to train it. So now Jessica comes home, the dog can roll over, he can sit down, do tricks, but he still poops.
They haven't fixed that yet.
Haven't fixed the poop and the peeing, but that was the gist of their episode with Jessica and Austin. That their biggest thing was they were training dogs. They was training the dogs for, just to stay there.
The dog.
The dog.
Rex, right?
I believe it's Rex.
That's like a classic dog.
Rex, which is so which is so rebellious because he wouldn't even put his butt down when it was on camera.
I know.
But they're Jessica and Austin. We see a couple cams. They really haven't had much with a lot of these couple cams, but their issue is the dog.
Yeah.
Trying to train the dog and make sure they stay happy with their new addition to their family. Speaking of new additions to families, Bobby and Danielle.
Now we go back to the real life human baby conversation.
Human baby conversation.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Bobby and
now.
You got it now?
Yeah.
Bobby and Danielle. Danielle thought she was pregnant. Unfloat didn't come this month.
What? Well, because they had a conversation about it. about maybe wanting to try to have another one, and they thought about tonight we're gonna get our little drink on, we're gonna get our swerve on.
Because the ovulation clock said it was the right time.
Well, yeah, no, they didn't. They found out, like, oh shoot, it was ovulation time, but. The main thing was they was trying to get it on, and so they had their little drinks, had set the mood in the atmosphere, and it was like, oh, it was ovulation time, gotta go take a test.
Yep, and they had relations that night, and I know you said that, but you know, Bobby's like, he don't care if it is or isn't, but he believes it's gonna be negative.
He said he thought it was gonna be negative.
And then she was like, well, you don't think your soldiers are strong enough? And he didn't even answer. Don't offend the man's soldiers.
Do that.
Don't do that. Don't offend his soldiers.
Do that.
His soldiers are what his soldiers are.
Yes.
And, you know, then she went and they woke up the next morning and decided, you know, she's going to go pee on the stick.
Yep. And so they left us in suspense.
About peeing on the stick. You know, he had to wait 3 minutes. He's counting down the time and don't see a line yet.
That's always so funny to me. I don't know. My experience has always been, when I took a pregnancy test, I didn't have to wait the 3 minutes. It like lit up like Christmas.
Strong soldiers, y'all.
No, it has nothing to do with that. Nothing. It lit up like Christmas, like right away. It was like, oh shoot, 2 lines. So, I don't know. I feel like the people, if it's taking the whole 3 minutes, because the other thing is, let me educate you. If you wait too long for a pregnancy test, it's going to turn, you could get a false positive. Yeah. You leave it sitting there too long, so you're not paying attention. But anyway, so I don't think she is. I don't think she is.
I don't think she is neither.
But they waited the 3 minutes.
And we'll find out next episode if she is or if she isn't.
Got a baby.
I don't think she has one.
All right. Speaking of babies.
We see Jamie and Doug. And
Jamie, my gosh,
is in full baby mode right now. Full contractions. Active labor. Like, the baby's coming, and Doug is taking time out to give us updates and to fill up the tub.
Well, yeah, because he said I had one job. Him had one job.
One job.
He couldn't do his one job because that baby started coming. Mm-hmm. So he just had to fill the pool up. So they're trying to fill the pool up while she's having contractions. And the one thing that I think they really did take into consideration, or maybe they did, but having a home birth, there's no epidural. When you make the decision to have a home birth, keep in mind, there's no epidural.
Anesthesiologists are not coming to the house.
No, they're absolutely not. And so you got to put all that Lamaze stuff into practice, and Jamie is going through it. Doug's like, the last pregnancy, I did not see my wife in this much pain.
Yeah.
But he did acknowledge she had an epidural. But I mean, she's on the bed, that foot is kicking, it's moving. She's uncomfortable on the bed, so they finally get the pool full, and she gets in there, but then she's uncomfortable in the pool, so she gets out the pool, and we're back to pain. Whew,
back in the bed.
I was tired.
And then 4 hours of labor. She's already 10 centimeters and 4 hours of labor, and next thing you know, we see a baby come out. Now, I know, I'm not trying to be disgusting. I noticed in the pool there was a GoPro sitting right there. So we had our teenage daughter watching with us, and she like, are they gonna watch that later? I'm like, probably yes. They're gonna watch it. Like, if I ever have a baby, please don't film me.
Everybody has to stay up on the end where my head is.
I said, well, when you get married and have a husband,
I'm gonna be down there, just so you know. I'm videotaping the whole thing, so I don't know what you think this is. I'm a nurse. I love every minute of childbirth, so but she's just gonna have to not watch.
Well, I just noticed that the GoPro, but nah, Jamie they have the baby, they have the son, baby comes out, and the baby is crying at first. Jamie is crying at first, and then we go to the next episode, and where now, after a period of time, babe, there's no more crying.
They're trying to get him to pink up. She's patting him on the back. She's actually almost pounding him.
Yeah.
It sounds harder than it is, but kind of, get him to cry. He's got fluid. They think he's got fluid down there that they have to get out, which is, again, another reason why it's good to be in the hospital. I understand their reasoning, but you know they could suction better there. So, we already know the outcome.
Yeah,
but
you know the outcome.
Yeah, it was kind of stressful because he was blue.
Right, and if you don't follow her on Instagram or you don't want to know the outcome, don't go to her Instagram. But but they left us with a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
For next week, and so. Couple Cam is interesting. I enjoy Couple Cam. Sorry we didn't do a video last week. We had a lot of things going on. But
we had technical issues with our TV.
Yeah, technical stuff. But
I still can't find the episode.
Yeah, anyway. To continue to stay here with Couple Cam, we review once again July 15th is the new season of Married at First Sight in New Orleans. Very excited about that. See how they pull that off. See the couples there. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section. Make sure you leave a 5-star review. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. We appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you for all those that already subscribed. And we'll keep giving you updates on Married at First Sight Couples Cam.
Bye.
Bye.